What's going on, guys, and welcome to Friday night. We are wrapping up the 20th week of investing on our channel, where we put $50 every Monday through Friday into dividend-paying stocks with the hopes of retiring early. So we are going to take a look at our YouTube channel tracker, see what's going on with the weight and the diet. We're going to take a look at, again, what is worth what in our portfolio, and wrap things up for the week. All right, so here we are on this blue line. Today is May 19th of 2023. My weight is down to 274.3 pounds for a total weight loss this year of 24.5 pounds. Guys, I've been really sticking with the keto thing, doing a good job with that, or at least I feel like I'm doing a good job with that. Really, we've lost over 15 pounds at this point, so that's pretty exciting. My investment balance is at $5,765.50, so that's going okay. Our total dividends earned, we picked up another $7 since Monday. We are now at $55.57 of earned dividend income on the portfolio, which is crazy because we started this like a year, or not even a year ago. We started at the beginning of the year. Total growth, we're at $65.17. Now for YouTube, not much has changed here because I was feeling very sick. I didn't go to the gym. I haven't been posting. I'm still a little sick. But YouTube income at $100. We have our total subscribers of 1,762. We lost one. You know, I kind of deserve it. I was sick. Total views, we are at 200,490 total views on the channel, which is just unbelievable to me, but it's awesome. And our total watch hours is 3,788.3. This YouTube income comes from Sofi referrals. Guys, if you're looking for a place that's really easy to invest, I have a link to Sofi down in the description. I'm not a wealth manager, credit counselor, financial advisor. I'm just a guy in a triangle-shaped room ranting about my life. However, if you do sign up with that link and you put at least $10 into a new investing account, they will give you $25 of free stock. So if you want to double your money or triple your money, that's a good way to do it. With that said, let's take a look at Seeking Alpha so we can kind of dive through what's doing what. As per usual, I have these all sorted by value from high to low. And at the very top, we have Schwab's U.S. Dividend Equity ETF. So we are at $959.84 here. That's 13.6 shares. And the price did come back up to $70.59. I was hoping it would be above 71 because I had that option on it, and it didn't break 71. So that kind of sucks. We lost some options premium there, but that's okay. So that's what we're doing there. Realty Income Corporation, guys. This has taken a big hit over the past few days. We have $948.48. That's 15.82 shares, and we are below $60 a share. So $59.97 is very low for Realty Income Corporation. You know, they're a monthly dividend payer that's a staple in a lot of people's portfolios. And look at this, guys. Our forward dividend yield is now 5.09%. So everything that we're buying right now, we are getting a 5.09% dividend return. They did just announce their dividend would be the same as it was last month, so no growth this month. However, it is still year over year growing, and they are paying that consecutive dividend. JEPQ. So JP Morgan NASDAQ Equity Premium Income ETF. This is one that we are not investing in daily. However, any options premium that we earn while trading options throughout the week, we have been putting into JEPQ, and that is how our position has grown. So we have $809.33 of JetQ. It's at $17.32 per share. And this price has skyrocketed over the past month. Like, unbelievable. It's at $46.74. Forward dividend yield is still at 12.4%. This is a monthly dividend payer. I think JetQ is an absolute rock star. And until more people figure out what this fund is and how it works, I still think we have room to grow. I'm going to point out Jeppy down here, same guy. Not only is it JP Morgan, but it's literally the same fund manager. JetQ is paying a higher forward dividend yield right now, and the price is lower. So I think that we'll probably see some Jeppy type pricing here eventually. Maybe not. Again, I'm just a guy in a triangle-shaped room, but that is my actual expectation. I think this is at $50 in the next 2 months. So getting into stocks that we are daily investing in. So from here down, we put $5 a day into these as opposed to $10 for SCHD and Realty Income Corporation. But Pepsi, we're at $536.33. That's 2.8 shares. Now, Pepsi's kind of retraced down a little bit too, which is kind of a good thing. I want to buy Pepsi for cheaper. So it's $191.84. That forward dividend yield is now at 2.64%, so a little bit better than it was just because that price is coming back down a little bit. It's I would call it a tad bit of a correction. But yeah, so they're going to take that snapshot on the first, and we are going to get paid out our dividend next month. So that's fantastic. Very excited about that. Procter & Gamble, we're at $525.51, so very close. That's 3.43 shares. We did recently get paid a dividend out of Procter & Gamble, and that is where a chunk of that new dividend number has come from. The price, though, $153.17, bringing the dividend yield back up to 2.47. So that's good. Jeppy, JP Morgan Equity Premium Income ETF. Again, this is the older brother of JetQ. This fund is very, very widely talked about on the internet as a place to basically earn dividends and live off of them. A lot of retirement. It's basically a monthly dividend payer or income payer. So we have $512.92 there. That is 9.35 shares at $54.88. But again, look at this dividend yield, 9.29%. It is lower than JetQ's and more expensive to buy. I'll also point out that JetQ does not allow partial shares. So in the couple months, we've earned 0.32 shares of JetQ, which is pretty. That's astonishing to me. For a stock that's $46, we're a third of the way there. Pretty cool. All right, so BlackRock has been on fire. So we have $485.87 of BlackRock. That's 0.73 shares. We're finally closing in on a full share of BlackRock, which is so exciting to me. I know that's really dumb, but I get excited by that. And as BlackRock is the Illuminati, it is appropriate their shares price is $666. So $666.70 per share. That dividend yield is now just a tad under 3% at 2.99. So that is the downfall of BlackRock raising its price, or not raising its price, but the price of BlackRock going up. That's all right though. I'm fine with it. It is what it is. We bought it for cheap for a really long time. I cannot wait till that's back up in the 700s, and we will laugh about how cheap we used to buy it. Speaking of things that are cheap, AT&T. We have $440.33 of AT&T, 27 shares exactly. The price is just plummeting, guys. Whew! It's at $16.31. But, excuse me. I mean, for what it's worth, the dividend yield right now is at 6.71%. So for every fee, $5 that we're spending or every day that we're investing while it's at this price, we're at least buying a 6.71% dividend, which is great. It's great price, great value. A lot of people think that AT&T will go up. I think AT&T is great. We'll see. And then bringing up the rear of the daily investing stocks, but back and we're above $400 finally, is MPW, Medical Properties Trust Incorporated. MPW saw a bit of a rally today, which is nice. So we have $402.67 there. That's 52.43 shares. And the shares are now at $7.68. So that 4 dividend yield is now back down below 15%. They are paying a dividend of, I think it's 29 cents. I think something like that. Taking the snapshot in June. But yeah, let me just double check that dividend. Yeah, 29 cents, guys. So if we're getting 29 cents per share, and we are now sitting on 52 shares, we're gonna have like 60 shares of this by the time they pay the dividend if the price stays where it's at. That's a lot. That's gonna be a big dividend payout for us, like $12-13. So or more than that. That's gonna be exciting. So looking forward to earning $15 on dividend day from MPW. Lastly, we have these 2 stocks, okay? In that category of kind of a ridiculous stock or fund, f.i.r.e. and Tesla are both yield max funds. Basically, these 2, they don't hold shares of the stock. They just trade options and cash out the premiums from the options trading, or they take the profit from trading options and they pay that out as a dividend. So the dividend yields are ridiculous, right? And I figured, hey, why not buy some, throw it in the portfolio, monitor it like we did with JetQ. But this is something that can definitely work, guys. For frame of reference, we have bought like probably $600 worth of JetQ from options premium, and that's in a matter of 2-3 months on an account that is valued at $5,700, right? So if we have a $5,700 account, and we're able to make like $500 off dividends or off options premiums in like a couple months, I could see how f.i.r.e. and Tesla make sense. All right. So the difference between the 2 is Tesla trades options on Tesla stock, and f.i.r.e. trades options on Apple stock. Okay. So right now, Tesla has a forward dividend yield of 37.62%. It's so utterly ridiculous. It's like hard for me to actually take that seriously, but that is what it is. I mean, it's legitimately that. So pretty cool. Now, f.i.r.e., talking about f.i.r.e., right? I will make a video on this. I promise. There will be a video on this in the next week. f.i.r.e. is kind of interesting to me because there's not very many shares of f.i.r.e. So Tesla has like in the millions of shares, right? Like any normal fund or company or whatever. f.i.r.e., on the other hand, is not taking that approach. There's only 250,000 shares. So I kind of like that, and here's why. The price of a stock is basically based off of like 3 different things: speculation, potential income, and supply and demand, in my humble opinion. Okay? So to some degree, like, let's look at Pepsi. Pepsi announces a dividend hike. Their stock goes up about 10% because they hiked the dividend by 10%. And then, wow, now my payout's worth 10% more. Let's pay 10% more for the stock. That makes sense. Okay. Let's say, look at Microsoft stock right now. Microsoft just bought ChatGPT. That they're now not only like the biggest operating system and Office suite, but now they have AI programmed into their stuff, and it's gonna make the world a way better place, and blah blah blah. That's speculation, but that's based on the company doing something. So they say, "Wow, this has more value. I'm gonna buy that." And then lastly, supply and demand. Okay, supply and demand is if more people are buying it than are selling it, then the price goes up. That's what I think is going to happen with Apple, and that's why I love the fact that this outrageous dividend-paying stock is so limited in supply. Because if you have 250,000 people who decide to buy this thing, they just never sell it. Well, when the dividend times come around and you start buying more shares with your dividend, that's got to jack the price. At least in my, like, I'm just looking at it in a way that makes sense to me, unless people just panic sell and dump it because it doesn't pay a huge dividend. That could very well happen. They could make some stupid move. They could lose a lot of money. I just don't see this having enough trade volume to like go down. That might be a problem when it comes time to sell the shares. But it's got me kind of excited. Again, I'm in it for just the observation. Like, we have basically $100 in these two ridiculous stocks, but 250,000 shares. I mean, they have another one with Nvidia, which I put into like a different account, like my personal account. There's only 50,000 shares of the Nvidia one. Like, what are they doing? I should not be able to buy, with a reasonable amount of money, like 1% of a fund. That is insane. So maybe they'll do a big stock split, and that would be awesome. Maybe that's their goal. But even if they do a stock split, I'm still going to own that ridiculous percentage of funds. Like, that's craziness. So I think that I can only equate this Apple thing again, where there's like, look at the volume. There's 14,000 trade volume. So, but I can only look at this kind of like a reflectionary crypto token. Like, Apple feels like SafeMoon to me. I don't know if you guys know what SafeMoon is, but like, it pays a big dividend anytime there's a transaction, right? So this is going to pay a big dividend, and that dividend gets reinvested, and because it gets reinvested and everyone's always buying and no one's ever selling, then it just keeps going up and up and up. This feels like a reflectionary crypto token, except it's options income, and it's traded on, it's traded on Wall Street. Like, this is a real thing. So I'm in it for the ride. We're going to see what happens. Same thing with this Nvidia one. And this is the one that I bought in another portfolio. I mean, I'm loving that it's up 6.68%. This has 35,000 volume, and it's only got 50,000 shares. That's I can't get over how ridiculous it is. We're making a video on these guys. We are going to make a video on these. I'm just getting SafeMoon vibes. Like, people are going to be like, NVDY to the moon, Apple to the moon. I know that's coming. I know there's going to be a whole to the moon conversation. Up 5.18%. It's got the, I don't know. I don't know. It's very strange. Very, very strange. I cannot condone buying any of these yield max funds, but I did it, and we're going to watch and see what happens. But anywho, stocks and ridiculous investments aside, my weight loss journey is going pretty well. So I look like a scrub right now. Anywho, so yeah, weight loss journey is going really well. I'm losing some weight in my neck finally. I've definitely lost some weight in my gut, which feels good. I'm I'm getting a little sick of eating meat. I'm so excited to make it to 1 month. We've all been joking about it. So there's another guy in my office who's doing keto. He's doing really well. He broke keto like 2-3 days ago, and he ate an entire family-sized box of bagel bites. And we're like, dude, that's so many bagel bites. And I just don't want to go on a crazy bagel bite binge like that, but I'm so excited. So what's the 1 month mark? It would be Friday. So yeah, Friday the 2nd. That would be the 1 month mark. So Friday the 2nd, not next Friday, but the following one, I'm gonna take a week off of keto. I'm gonna eat whatever I want to eat for 1 week. I'm not gonna go insane with it. I'm not gonna just like go off the handle, because after that week, I'm gonna go back on a diet and we're gonna keep losing weight. Okay, but you got to make the diet sustainable. It's, I'm down a lot. I'm gonna lose like 20 pounds, 25 pounds this month on keto. I'm already like on that path, which is good. Even being sick at home, like still lost some weight. It just felt awesome. Not being sick, but like the weight loss feels good. So yeah, like all I want to do is go to Sentuka, Hokkaido, and just like eat a spicy bowl of ramen. Like that's all I want to do. I want it so bad. Oh, it's so yummy. That's like probably one of my favorite foods, if not my favorite food that I can like consistently get. So I cannot wait. That day, that Friday, I'm going to the ramen place and I'm going to eat that ramen, and it is going to be so good. I'm going to like literally make a YouTube video about it. But yeah, so that I'm so pumped about it. But yeah, we're closing in. We got a week, or well, how long is that? I mean, we got 2 weeks, so we basically have 2 whole weeks left of keto. Um, 2 whole weeks of keto, and then like I'm gonna eat that ramen. I'm gonna eat the ramen. Um, I really want to go and get some like Chili's cheese fries. God, it's so bad. That's like what I'm thinking of now. Is like I just want to eat cheese fries. I just want to eat ramen. And everyone, if you've made it this far in the video, you know, you're gonna be like, oh, this is why fat people stay fat. Like, no, well, yes, you're right, but keto's just like, it's such an easy diet for the first like 2 weeks, and then after a while, you're just like, oh, no more steak. I can't eat any more turkey slices and cheese. Even though, like, you just want carbs. Like, I just want to eat them. And I know I'm not even going to be able to eat that much, because I really can't eat that much right now. I've been eating so, like, frequently throughout the day. But I think that, I'm going to have a fun week of eating stuff that I like to eat, and hopefully I don't gain 10 pounds. Or hopefully I can get into, if I really, seriousness, like all kidding aside, my target, I really want to get down to 165. Or sorry, 165. Oh my God, I'd be like dead. I'm 6'3", so 165 doesn't work for me. I'm also a wide guy. But yeah, sorry, 265 is my goal. So I want to hit 265 by that Tuesday, and if I end up at 270 after eating a bunch of ramen, well, we'll see. That would be disgusting, but not impossible. So yeah, that's the goal. We're working towards that. 265 is the target by by June 2nd, and that's what's going on. So other than that, I wish you guys all happiness, health, and wealth. And as always, roll the outro.